Hello, boys and girls. My name is Yoshi. Welcome back to my 100% blind playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity for the Nintendo Switch, being played on the Nintendo Switch too. In the last video, we left off, well, doing what we do best. Clearing all the missions on the map, clearing all the quests on the map, doing a bunch of other stuff, and we've gotten to the point where we're going to have to start grinding out the same missions over and over again, but for now, we're not at the full point of that yet. They're just currently doing stuff. I'm starting to wonder if I should actually EX enhance abilities or not. I still think we shouldn't, but as we start using stuff, we'll be able to get stuff done. You know what? We're going to start with a Divine Beast battle, and we're just going to go straight into it before we forget again. Because I think we might have wanted to do this before, but we might have forgotten. But yeah, there's a Divine Beast battle, so let's do it. These tend to lock stuff, so we should probably do them. But yeah, I'm just going to say right now, my apologies if one of the next videos gets delayed a bit. I know I usually do 3 videos per week for this, but something came up and now I'm only doing 2. But it's not actually a bad thing, though, necessarily. In fact, okay, I don't want to really use anything else other than Long Lightning Strike. Honestly, this weird Urbosa set, I mean, jeez. What am I trying to say? I think, honestly, just using Lightning Assault for this character is way better than anything else you can use. Because this effect automatically one-shots enemies already, so as long as you're in the right spot, all you really have to do is keep spamming that move. It takes a bit of time, but it's guaranteed to kill pretty much everything you see already. So, sounds weird to say, but Urbosa's is both the strongest and probably most boring Divine Beast to play, because all you really need to do is just, when enemies get close, you just keep using the Lightning Storm over and over again. And occasionally you can Lightning Strike individual enemies that get close. And the only annoying mechanic is, obviously, if we use too much, we run out of power and you have to wait for our charge to go back up. But otherwise, we're really strong and really powered. So we're pretty much just going to where all the enemies are and then using that. And for slightly tankier enemies, we could just use our rush move instead. And occasionally also take breaks to use special attacks. Yeah, we just cut a whole hole through the forces there. Didn't really stand much of a chance here, let's be honest. Okay, that's that. Trying to figure out where all the enemies are is kind of tricky. Let's use a Lightning Strike to clear up any ones I might have missed. Okay, now I see them clearly. Yeah, see, honestly, I don't get it. Why would you spend time doing stuff that wouldn't work well? We're gonna charge a bit to get closer, so we can then immediately use Lightning Strike again. Like, just look at this. In fact, you could just do this over and over again until you eventually just defeat everyone. It's so ridiculous how broken the Urbosa's thing is. I used to say this was one of the weakest ones because it didn't seem to have any like defenses or whatever, but honestly it was less that and more like the beast battle was just really annoying to deal with, especially on the harder difficulties. These get kind of annoying. We can kind of inch a bit forward there faster too if we take on specific enemies first too. Now, we're not really need to focus on the elite enemies all the time. It's more the regular enemies we want to focus on, if possible. And we have a special we could use now, too. Okay, get rid of those fools. We need to go over here. That's where most of the enemies are. Just gotta hit the weaker ones a bit. There we go. That finished it off. Oh wow, Malduno tried really hard to get us at the end, but we already finished them off. Just like that, we're done. I just realized, not only the Divine Beast battle is great for other stuff, but they can be really great for certain resources if you're struggling. You might have noticed, we take out a lot of enemies, and apparently we do still get their resources in some cases, so battles could be pretty great if you want to farm certain resources. The problem is just figuring out which one to actually get. It could be kind of a pain in the butt to figure out. And sure enough, another new missions popped up. We're gonna mostly focus on the ones that are still lower level, though. We're still focusing on that, as well as any mission that has a specific word. To make it go faster, we should just look for specifically challenges that are low level, but also ones based off of a ward, because we're looking for the last Koroks. I forgot to mention there are technically more Koroks in the game. You might have noticed we weren't able to do the final Korok one. That's because there are still some missions out there that'll give individual Koroks, but mainly we're after Terrical parts and otherwise. Okay, so since this has Terrical parts, we're gonna do it. I don't know why, but I want to get Terrical unlocked because I think he will have some challenge battles just for him. So it's important that we do this now. Once again, I think we're just gonna do the usual, though. Hope you guys don't get bored of me using the same stuff over and over again, though we've changed it up a bit. We've gone from using split rupees to actually just doing all the rupee dishes so that we have the maximum. But having a bit of everything is great, and of course we could still do the EXP loop. We could still do the same exact thing, but for EXP instead, and we may do that. So we could then combine it with the Blood Moon missions and simply just use whoever needs leveling up and up most, and as long as they're in the battle, they should get experience that way. But again, we want to also use them in battle, so even though Blood Moon missions are much more challenging, they also give you better drops. You don't necessarily need to do them 100%, but as we get late into the game, we might actually need to grind. For now, we haven't had to, though, in a while. So we have to defeat all the captains again. Oh. I wanted to do something different, but let's just do this. So this one, you have to use Mifa for, again, important reason to get all of our weapons up, since they do more damage later. There still might be even higher tier weapons we could use, and we could even... Alright. Well, this is working so far. But these are just the weaker guardians, so they're kind of getting just a bit destroyed by. Here we go. I think I want to focus on the flying one. They tend to be a lot more annoying. Well, that was fast. I don't know why that ended so suddenly all of a sudden. That's what I was waiting to get. Our Furry Lush, so we can take out that Evergreen first. We're focusing on the electric one. Good Furry Rush. For the end game, we're gonna have to rely a lot on using that properly. Alright, figuring out the right route to take out all these guardians is kind of hard. Some of them are coming to us, some of them aren't. Hard to know. Okay, less only occurs if time runs out, which is more normal. Viva's kind of a cool character too, I forgot to mention. Her special is one of the only ways you can heal without using food, so technically she's great for that purpose alone, because she can heal automatically. She has a great Blum use too. Tried my hardest, but I couldn't get anything down there. Okay. Well, that works still. Well, so far the Guardians keep coming to us. But there are some that do get stuck a bit. Some of these Titan missions might require more damage to do, who knows. If we would have done this a lot earlier, I'm not sure if we would have even been able to win this battle at all. I guess I'll just take what I think is the most efficient route then. Gotta go as fast as I can here. Let's not bother with those big enemies. They're both doing the exact same thing, but we just got a weak point sash on one, which should help interrupt the other at least. Okay. Well, since they're scouts, they don't take as long to take out as normal guardians would. Now we go up to the top and defeat the others. And we have to defeat all the captains, including the ones far out of the way, i.e. the guardians. Also known as the guardians. They're far away. So that could be boomed. What? How did he not get stunned there? I thought I did, and Okay. Okay. Maybe defeating these will cause these guardians to come forward. I don't know yet. Okay, that seemed to work at interrupting them. Alright. Okay, good. Oh, now there's Malice Guardians. On top of that, there's even more to deal with. Okay, knowing the route at which these enemies spawn might help out more. Because we're kind of taking an inefficient route to deal with them. Maybe we just have to deal with the main guardians first to cause more and more to show up slowly but surely, and then they'll start maybe advancing towards us instead. I don't know. I have no idea. We might have selected a battle, we don't know yet. I guess the only way to check is to see if we can defeat the Malice Guardian first. The Malice Guardian, we might be able to defeat the others as long as we focus on certain ones first, I guess. Because I didn't know about the pull mechanic yet, but now, apparently if you attack the right guardians, the enemies will start coming to you. Because they will sense that something bad is happening. That was way too late, so we got hit that time. That was a really good timing on that bomb impact. Again, our hint will be if we can... Our hint of if we can do this battle or not is if we could take this thing out in a reasonable time frame. If we can, we might still have a chance, but otherwise we've probably already screwed ourselves by not taking the right route. We can't retry the map either. I don't know why, but they didn't put a retry option in this game. The only fast way to have it happen is to either take yourselves out on purpose, which gets kind of harder to do the more level you are on, since you're already on apocalyptic difficulty, which... Yeah, if you're on the apocalyptic, the hardest difficulty setting, then it doesn't take as long, but if you're on normal like I am, they take a lot longer, especially on easy. At that time, you'd rather just wait for the timer to run out. There is a speedrun of this game that does it fast, but it plays on easy mode, which obviously makes all the enemies easier. Maybe take out battles faster. Again, though, my only hint is if we can defeat this specific segments, we'll have a better chance. Alright. Well, I'm definitely not healing, that's for sure, since we're already down to a little bit of time left. So I'll purposely not use my special, so we could maybe a bit faster, but... As you can see, I'm also not really purposely dodging attacks. I want to try and practice a bit. I can deal with these guys quickly. So we sort of now know the strategy. The trap was if we went for any other guardians, we would have failed like we have right now. The trick is to take out the big guys so they help out others. Does our materials even matter? I don't know, but I went ahead and dropped special there just to see if we could get maybe some materials from the battle, but yeah, this is not really a great battle. We've pretty much already lost, but we're just waiting for the timer to run out. So the fact of the matter is, we have to focus on normal guardians first. We cannot focus on the others, because that's how we spawn in the rest. Alright. I do wish we could have done more faster, but we didn't know about this mechanic. Oh. We can... Oh, I guess there is the option to exit, but then we'll have to redo our buffs. Probably be faster to just exit and set up different buffs anyway. So now that this battle is tighter, we know we have to do this differently. Okay. Alright, back in it, but we're gonna do damage. Oh, we can still stack Sheikah Rune damage. I forgot about that. Let's try stacking a bit of that. I wanted to miss a bit of normal damage, but I also want to start stacking Sheikah Rune damage. You might have noticed, but yes, you can combine two of the same effects to get different results. So, for instance, you combine all three of the Sheikah Rune elements, it's not that bad to set up, and instantly your special item attacks, which are already pretty powerful in this game, are now twice as effective, which I think will help out a lot in this battle. Because with Mipha, we have a strong item attack, so we could just spam Bomb Impact over and over again. We could also just do this for natural damage as well. There's so many different options. We're going to try this, though, and this time we're not even bothering with the other enemies. We're going straight for the big boy guardians. I'm honestly wondering if I should go to the top left or top right first, but go for the top left last. I'll be able to go right to the Malice Guardian once I'm done, and then we just need to hope the others come to us. Yeah. Remember this Ice Guardian? We almost completely forgot about him. Maybe certain monsters were supposed to come to us, but didn't for some reason. Maybe they only start attacking us as we come out. Okay, yeah, that's definitely doing a lot of damage. And yes, that bomb does give you invincibility frames, in case you haven't noticed. I think the idea is once the other Guardians start coming in, we'll start using our specials. But for now, we're just gonna ignore them. We need to focus on the main ones. Once they start catching up, we'll have to start cleaning up the scouts too. For now, we're just gonna focus on the main Guardians. Oh my goodness. All the Guardians firing big lasers at us. This time around, we'll probably try to heal if we can. Okay, we got one of them weakened. And more Guardian units have appeared now. The only problem is with all these enemies around, it gets a lot tougher to deal with them. So we'll probably want to clean up the ones that are chasing after us, just so they don't get annoying later. Okay, we got rid of the main dude, that's important. It would be really hard to win otherwise. So this is definitely one of the harder battles. Even at only 60 of us, they get strong pretty quickly. Between the constant attacks and all the stuff we have to deal with at once. It's pretty. Okay, cool. We defeated quite a few of them. Alright, just one left that hasn't been attacked yet. Well, I guess we may as well fight them when we can then. Okay. Wish I could just use Bomb Impact more often, but so far it's been hard to use. We do have rods. We may have to use those to our advantage, actually, against the Malice Guardian. The Thunder would work well. Yeah, they just delay their attacks perfectly. Okay. Let us heal. Getting to a point where we're already healing more. There is an option to just buy. Okay. Okay. The others will then come to us, I believe, once we get our stuff done. I'm attacking mostly to get special back, because I'm desperate for more special at some point. So assuming this trick works, all of the Guardians should come to us. If it still doesn't work, we'll just have to memorize which ones come to us and which ones don't. We'll have to fight on our own. I think any ones we encounter, we definitely need to battle. Any ones that are in the corner, those we can ignore mostly. Just gonna waste our time. Good. We got a special now. Even with the dodge, I still couldn't avoid that, annoyingly enough. Okay, whenever they do that multi-attack, it's super annoying. And then he almost killed me just using that again. Okay, that Guardian needs to now. They were getting really annoying. From now on, we should be taking those out. They knew they were annoying, but not this annoying. That time, they did something else. Oh, I thought I could attack them right away. I guess not. Now, the Malice Guardians appeared, and now everyone should start hopefully coming to us now. Now, as we meet Guardian Scouts, we should still fight them, though. So, as you saw before, it'll probably be really hard to fight that many enemies at once, so we might have to stop briefly just to attack some other Guardians. Okay. Somehow I got interrupted. Okay, they are getting really annoying. All they do is just keep charging in and using that same attack over and over again. It's so annoying. The scouts are harder than the other opponents I've faced so far. Just because they are super annoying. They keep doing that same move over and over again. I keep falling for it almost every time, too. Okay, that's more of a normal end. But that's still just as annoying. Okay, we're getting to a point where we might have to start... Yeah, we're gonna have to start hitting... I guess this is probably the time we need to start using our VODs. Is what I was gonna say as I kept forgetting what to do. With how little time we have left already, we should just focus on using rods to destroy them fast. That was the normal one again. It's hard to tell whether or not they're doing a cheap attack or not. Finally interrupted him out of it. Do you think that's safe enough? Because I sure think so. I don't know a way to do this from here, from taking the Malice Guardian out. I'm gonna use my rods to probably stun the others, maybe, while we focus on the Malice Guardian exclusively, if possible. To think our whole point of victory was not just figuring out how to complete the Malice Guardian. It was just simply figuring out we cannot attack those dudes separately. We have to take out them while having the scouts come near us at the same time. I will say though, so far I've been able to deal with the regular Guardians just fine, but the scouts for some reason are just super atrocious to deal with. Especially when they start getting grouped like this. We can use bombs, I guess, to do a bit more damage to them. Okay. Who did I even weak point sash? Well, both of them, because the other died too. And the other's still coming, I've heard. Or so I heard. I think the only point of that attack is you can aim where it goes. But other than that, not much else happens really. Okay. Well, somehow we're going through all this, but we've had to use all of our healing this time around. We went from using no heals to back to using a bunch. That's fun. Hopefully we could just burst this last guy down. Okay, he doesn't come at all. Somehow, despite us being close eye. So it'll first to waste time going back here just to defeat this one scout. There we go. I was really hoping we could get these fairy rushes sooner, but so far they weren't really working. Ideally, we just get furry rushes against those guys, but they're really tough to avoid, of course, because they're guardians. What else do you expect? Alright, well, we got at least a level from that, and we got some potential weapons that Mifa might be able to use. But mainly we're after the Terrico components, so we can get Terrico built as soon as possible. That means we should maybe start focusing on stuff. We may even have to take a break from challenges just to grind out the Terrico parts that we need. I did find out a little bit more about the bunny setup, and I didn't notice until later that you can only do a bit of a bunny grind setup if you have the right setup. And I'm not saying that because it's like confusing or weird. Like, I actually kind of meant that literally. When selling stuff, you have to sell them to these certain merchants here. Otherwise, you do not actually get anything. But once you go to these merchants, there is a star you might notice. That's what you can sell at a discount. This one's not really the best. The meat and the meat, some bananas occasionally, which, speaking of which, let's do one of those for fun. You can get 1,000 rupees pretty easily if you're farming the mighty bananas. That's it. Oh wait, we had wood. Yeah, that's right. We need wood. I almost forgot about that. I think I actually know of a good battle that's at least somewhat close to it. I think either Mastering Stasis or Zeldus will have some wood in it. I'm going to use whoever I think is the lowest level, though, and needs to reach level 70 at some point. And right now, I want that to be Urabosa for now, but once each character hits 70, I'll start using the next weakest until most of the main warriors have hit 70 next. Once we're at 70, and we could start leveling them up the proper way by actually doing Blood Moon events if we ever choose to. See, which I'm still not sure if I want to do it yet. Currently, I'm grinding everything, so I can't focus on it, but when I get a chance, I might actually do the big grind, but so far I've been trying to do this game without grinding because I've noticed that seems easy enough to do fast. Okay. I don't want to attack that. Oh wait, we need to actually capture the outpost if we want to get the stuff. Very early mission here that we're doing, but we're doing it exclusively for getting the wood. Only the small trees count, the others do not. Alright. Alright. Come on, dude. I literally pressed the dodge button like 5 times there. It didn't want to give me a fairy rush nor an actual dodge. Guess I was stuck into some move first. Whatever. Well, that didn't really give us much. I was hoping for a vigor bell, but oh well. Okay, I'll do this at first, and then I might actually just look up a guide to see where the hood is from, because I really do want to get Turkle done. By that, I mean, like, just straight up getting him up. And if you're wondering why we're saving rupees, it's because I think a mission requires 8,000 or so rupees to complete. That's either a DLC or a normal mission, I don't know. But we also, of course, need them from weapon grinding, so that's another reason to get them. For now... let's try a different one. Let's try Zelda's training next. And... since we're at it. Oh, jeez. These all require that honey again. We should just do the thing that we've been doing already. Seems we keep coming back for the honey. Alright, let's go to everyone's. Oh, the Vesek person is back. By the way, this is the person that can actually buy ore. I should actually just do that now. Let's try a bit of this first. And we'll sell about... I saw that we needed a little bit of those. We are gonna keep all of our diamonds still because we need them for quite a few quests. But these we could get rid of. Yeah, we've been hoarding way too many of these, I'll say. Yeah, Defa, yeah, this is Defa, by the way. She's not just a Vesek person, she's probably one of the best merchants to find, because she's the only one that you can sell ores to for an increased price, so she's actually the most desired one. Alright, well, that one part is now done. Suddenly we got a lot more rupees to spend. I don't know where to even start, though. Well, we already got our weapons to level 10. We saw some of the other characters struggling out there. We could try getting their weapons to 80, or actually, no, we could just use some of this to catch up our warriors first. I like how I got all this rich money just from doing other stuff, and I'm gonna immediately spend it to just level up everyone instead. But that's what we have to do if we want them to actually do good in battle. And just for the purpose of editing, we'll raise the other characters to the max level too, because minimum max level is what determines how powerful the other character will be. And so Terco will go straight to 70 now. And then I guess we'll just level up as we need to. Oh, this is one of those, actually. Let's do this, since we just got a bunch of money for it. I know it seems like I always, but I want to do all the XE stuff later anyway. So that's fine. What about you? What do you buy? Or sell, rather. He buys monster parts. If you have quite a few of those as well, we can maybe try start with like 100 of these. Oh, this one's way more expensive here. To sell, that is. I'm not selling them all yet. Not until we get all the quest stuff done, but later on we can start selling more of them. Goblin guts. Those are really expensive here. Some of the rare stuff too is great. Oh, this is great also for Malduga stuff. We should just sell these here too. So remember when I said we can make a lot of money? Well, if you spam a bunch of these runs and then just wait for this particular character to show up, we can, up in the shop, we can just sell a lot of his stuff, the rarer items we get to him. So I guess we're probably not going to run out of rupees for some time. And now we can use this to buy the stuff we actually need. Alright, as tempting as it is to delay wait stuff, I don't want to do that. This guy is actually mad. I think the Goron, or one of the Gorons, actually doesn't buy anything at an increased price. Okay, this guy buys meat, so we want to sell stuff like this. Like the way he talks to, like, let's do that again. That sounded funny. What do you buy? You buy, butterfly insects? So, insects, basically? Okay, then. Well, that got us a lot of rupees now, even if it wasn't much. Oh, I said I was gonna do something else. Oh, it was... No, it was in early anti-element training I wanted to try. But start with... Actually, no. Let's try rank one-handed weapons next. Just using rank one-handed weapons, see if that mission has a lot of trees in it. Yeah. I guess we could call this mission trimming down the Iron Forest if we want, but that would be a little redundant. Also, I'm going to make this video longer, at least somewhat, by doing this mission to make up for us only being able to do 2 videos this week this time. It's not that I don't want to do more, it's more like I can't do more because I have lots of busyness. Ooh, okay, this is much better. Okay, changed my mind. This area is massive. As long as we can briefly focus on the goal, we could probably do stuff. We'll start with a normal sea run to see if it is timed, and if it isn't timed, then this is a great mission for our trees. Alright. Okay. Okay, this one might be more tighter than I thought. So we better attack whatever trees we can while we are here, then. Yeah, I was looking around for an area that had trees in it, and I could think of no better one than Hylian Field, because its first area especially is massive. If we're worried, we could always try the very first story battle again, but it's much longer, although it also gives us access to the entire map, but... Yeah, we already lost half of the time limit. We can use our specials against the tougher captains, so make sure they get defeated pretty quickly. Is it just this? Because if that... no, I'll have to figure out a different plan here. Any mission that's timed kind of defeats the purpose of battling. Okay, well, that's what I thought. Alright. Guess we might have to bait them over here and cut down the trees in that area. There's a couple we cut also, but we didn't actually do anything with. I was gonna look for a grind spot, but turns out this might actually be it. If we can lure them, especially, we could maybe get stuff done. Okay, I don't know. Doesn't feel good, and because it's timed, we could just lose the materials instead. We need a different one that takes place in Hyrule Field, but isn't timed. But is also not a story battle because it would take longer otherwise. Alright, well. We're gonna save the game. And now we're going to call it quits. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video where I guess we're going to try and grind some wood, I guess, because somehow we still need that. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later when we maybe start grinding wood all of a sudden. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye!